Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey,
Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir. How are you guys doing this evening?
No complaints. Had a good weekend without any shows up here for once. So it was nice and relaxing finally. Problem is, I got 2 shows coming up this weekend and one big double show next weekend. And then we got finals right away. So the crunch or the refix, rebuild, retest, it's happening.
Absolutely, absolutely. That finals crunch is coming, definitely.
yeah.
Most definitely.
You got it.
Oh no.
Most definitely. Yeah. So, good evening, everybody. We appreciate everybody tuning in and watching us tonight. We really don't have a whole lot to talk about tonight. Maybe just a kind of a little bit of odds and ends. I will say, though, we do have one thing that Dan actually brought up a little bit ago. Just kind of letting everybody know, if you guys do want to go for the world records, world records will be available at the Base Wars Finals tent, and they will be $50 for your run, and it will be a individual run. We can't use the run from you running your stealth class, your boss class, or anything else like that. You have to run it, and you have to run it by itself. And you have to back it up as well, too. So you have to do it twice. So just to let everybody know. But it is definitely a something that you can have. And them are, like we had said before, them records are to be kept. They're not going to be erased every year. The only way that them records are going away is when someone beats it. The way it should be.
And right now, we don't have, you can go onto the website and look at them. And we don't even have one for every class. So,
I mean, it's real easy for you guys to get out there and get some world record set. So, just let you know on that as well.
Yeah. But the only way one of those records will come down is if somebody beats it and they're at finals. So I guess I should say this is I have told people wrong prices. I have told them different wrong. Well, I just forgot. Be honest with you, I forgot what we did last year. So, so finals runs was $75 last year. They will be that this year. I personally told somebody, I don't know who it was, that finals was $50. I had it confused with these others we're talking about. Yeah. So somebody's going to come on here and say that I said that, and they're right. I did, but my bad. So,
yep, it will be $75 for your run each. And every run, you won't get a break like we generally do. It's going to be $75 for each class. Yep. And then if you want a world record, it will be $50 for your world record.
Yep.
So, and I mean, we're still cheap. We're still cheaper than everybody else. And I hate to say it, but it's true. So you will have
a list.
This is on the website right now. You can go to basewars.org. And click on world records, and there's the list. There's everybody.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's already on there for you, Greg.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember who I told, but I was screwed up. But I didn't realize it until just a day or two ago. I was like, man, I told somebody.
Absolutely. Bobby, what's up, Bobby? But yeah, no, I mean, other than that, we will. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's coming, to see who puts up some really cool scores, and just kind of see how finals go. And
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about the way we're going to be doing the results this year. So I'm going to tell everybody. I think I told everybody last year. So we've been testing this. So if you want to, you can go to the website. I hope you do, so that we can maybe find any problems with how we're doing it. But so if you go onto the website right now, you will see a tab that says 2025 Base Wars Finals. And if you click on that, you will see a list of classes. And there's some scores there. Those scores will go away. That's just us typing some in, to test this thing, to make sure it auto sorts, it does its things. But this is how you will. This will be done in real time. So Basically, you'll just pull this up. You will have to refresh your phone, your browser on your phone. Because I say in phone because I think most people will be, probably on phone. But so this is how you will get scores. We will do it. The way it works is the judges have a form like you guys filled out for the memberships. They have one that's just a lot simpler, and they will input your member number, and it will automatically pull your name, and they will input your member number. They'll input your score, your frequency, your power if you have it, and it will automatically put it on that sheet right there in the order that it needs to go. So,
well, I will say, Greg, unless something's changed, I know Brett's down for a little bit. Unless something's different and changed.
Brett's been too quiet, so he might be busy.
I'm pretty sure I heard that there was a fire.
I know there was, yes, but
so
I'm just saying in the last few weeks he's been quiet. So
well, I know, but it was weird because he's been quiet on the team chat as well too. On Team Notorious.
I'm just thinking he might try to surprise everybody.
Well, I heard that he was either rebuilding the C-pillar and making it bigger and better than ever, or that he was moving to B-pillar.
Yeah, I think it's the latter, but I don't know that he wouldn't try to just get his stuff ready to come run at finals. He's told me he wasn't.
That's what I thought. That's what I told him. I was like, you got to come.
This is the reason I don't think he is. It's because for those of you that don't know, Brett lives pretty close to me, and he usually has my term lab. So when I go to a couple of, hey man, I need to get that term lab, and I always forget. It's last minute, and I get it. But so I've got my term lab, so I know he ain't testing.
Right. Well, right. Well, that don't mean he didn't go get one from Drew, that don't mean that he didn't go get one from Drew or Steven or one of the other guys, though, too.
But he wouldn't because I'm right there. Right?
He's yours, yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
So I don't know. We will see. What's up, Fuego? Yo, Fuego.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. Unfortunate things happen. I know it sucks, and I hope he's rebuilding to come back and because
he's a competitor. He
ain't done. No. But I hope he's not giving up on C-pillar and going to B-pillar.
I think he is, man. But I tell you, the reason he is because
he wants more and bigger and better.
He wants some competition. He wants more competition, and I think that's why he's going for that.
Yeah, I would say
he begged me. Now he is a C-pillar Tahoe or whatever, right? He begged me to let pickups come into the C-pillar class. Pickups in the bed, He's the one that we made that rule change. He is the one that politicked hard to get those people in that class, so he'd have some competition.
I do remember that. Yeah,
It makes sense to do it, but it's a different kind of build. So it's not the same, but it is the same. Chris, I'm in San Angelo next week. Tell me what class you'll be in. Well, we need a little bit more info. We need some more info. We got to know what kind of vehicle you're in and how many subs, what size, and how much power they have. Rated power, not clamp power, but rated. So if you can answer those questions for us in chat, we can help you out a little.
Speaking of the clamp, every world record run will be clamped. World record runs are clamped, just so everybody knows. They're clamped and they're meticulously inspected by the judges.
Yep. But it doesn't matter how much power you have. It matters as long as you follow within the rules and specifications of that class.
Yeah.
Which, correct. I'm sorry, all of our judges should be doing that before they run finals to begin with. But yes.
Yeah. If you don't have someone there that you can trust to look at a system and verify everything in it, if you're running I'll pick on Bandit and Stealth because they're our smallest classes. If you're pushing in a 3,500 watt amplifier into something like that, I got a big problem with both the judge and the person looking at it and the competitor, because that ain't allowed.
Yeah. Every
It says
judge,
on the manufacturer's site that it's a 3,500 watt amp. That can't be
Right.
in there. It's a 3,000 watt maximum in those classes. So
yeah,
take a
And
look at
have,
everything.
a measuring tape on hand for the
Right,
crowd
okay.
stuff,
Every show. Every show.
Always.
especially finals. Though.
I have to, because all my guys like the crowd loud and the out the door classes. That's
Yeah.
a popular class down here for me.
Oh yeah.
Well, that and it's you know the and it's right there on the top of my tongue too. The other one where we picked the number bullseye. They have really loved bullseye a lot this year. I've
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I like
I
that
love
one.
the bullseye class, and I run mine a little different. Jimmy, you and I have kind of discussed it. And I know Billy and I have. I love running that class. That is an awesome little class to have. It finds out who exactly has what.
It is, but
and
unfortunately
they
we can't do
actually
a
know
bullseye.
their system.
But unfortunately we can't do a bullseye at finals though.
We're
would
doing
be-
it.
Yeah,
We're doing it. I'm going to pick the number,
Oh, you're gonna pick the number for bullseye at finals?
and yeah,
Have to run that at the end of the day, so I can have all day to test everything and make sure I'm right on it right away.
Well,
Right.
you gotta have all the show specifications too. You haven't been to 7 shows this year, buddy, with your vehicle, so you don't qualify. Judges are not. There's no loophole for judges.
There's some limping.
Jim Jones is mine.
every day of the week next week now, Jimmy.
With that,
Actually,
You-
I would have
you're
to
running
look
show
at
every
it.
day of the week next week.
2, 3, 4. Actually, I could get. Oh no, I couldn't. I could get 6 if I did a double for 2 of my own shows. I'd have to match up with one of yours still, Jimmy, somehow next weekend. Or
Did
this
we get-
weekend.
Yes.
Do we
yes,
get-
Greg. Hang on. Yes, Greg. We know. Me and Billy have actually discussed that. He was put in the wrong class before you even say anything.
Yeah, I'll change it when I get home. But so S10 with 25K. This would be a blow through, so that'd be like no wall for us. Is your build? Does it stay below the bed rail? If it stays below the bed rail, it'd be no wall, right, Jimmy?
Yep.
And then 25K. That's 612s. What are they? 139. What's a 12? 12. I'm not
120, 113 on a 12.
113 or 12. Yeah.
113. So that
Yep.
times 6 would be 613, and 13 is 26 times 3, 76, 75. So 675, 680, 700. What class is it? So I'm trying to figure out. 700, almost 700 inches.
I can't even tell you this time, man. My,
Close to,
my
it'd be
printer's
close
cut
to
out on
beast, I'm
that.
guessing, wouldn't it?
No, it's a no. It'd be a no wall class.
It's whatever the class is above assassin, which I should know it, but I honestly don't.
Do you have a,
I know
was that a
it's
score
it's
sheet?
one of
Did
the
I
most
just saw
popular
in your hand?
class, but-
Was that
What's
a
that?
score sheet in your hand, Dan?
Yeah, but the bottom of it is I can't show you everything because it's messed up with my picture here tonight. But it's cut off right below all of our legalese stuff.
Okay. I got
I
it.
should
There's
have
one
a
on
new
there.
one
There's a score sheet on the
sitting here
guide.
in my
I'll open that up. Okay.
Let me see if I actually have one laying around here.
I got
I
you.
don't
Just
know.
hold on 1 second.
I might.
This is for the guy we're doing this for. There's a score sheet on the web in our rules in our guide, and
There
so
it is.
for the no wall, it'd be Ninja. Yeah, Ninja
Yeah, Ninja. There we go.
goes up
Oh, I
to
do have
20K. He's got 25K, so he'd be
He's gonna
Warlord.
The Warlord then.
Warlord, yeah, we bumped up one class.
That would be moved up to Warlord only because of power, though.
Yep.
And that is another thing also. If you plan on doing something with overpowering your class, remember, we only move you up 1 power class. So as Billy likes to say, if you got a pair of 12s and you got a couple 25Ks in there, we'll put you in Assassin. That's fine.
Yeah.
If you'd normally be in Stealth, or rather Bandit, rather, we'll move you up to just the 1 class. So if you got more power than you need for the class, we're polite. We're only going to move you up one.
Yeah. So I will tell everybody this because this is kind of a discussion thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this or not, and I'll tell you why right now. But the boss class, I've been talking with some competitors about this. The boss class really doesn't have any builds that fit into it. So, like if you have 212s, that's stealth. And the boss class consists mostly of people with 212s with extra power, like we were talking about. They're getting bumped up, so they got 212s and they got more than 3K. So they go into boss. So boss turns out to be our 212 class with power. And then Godfather is pretty much a 215 class with, and then of course Kingpin goes all the way up. But so I was considering moving the power, the inches in boss up to like 400 to make it hold 215s. But I think I have changed my mind about that. Not sure yet, still up in the air, but this is why. And I'm open to discussion on this. Okay. I'm open to suggestion. But so for stealth, what that turns out to be most of the time is 212s and a small amp. And this is most of the time people at car shows that really aren't competitors, but they want to get a little taste. They jump in there, right? That is the most of the time what is in this class. And then, so now we have the boss class, which is the 212s is powered up, then the Godfather 215s, and so we got a 215, a 212s, a 215s, and a 218s. Let's call them serious competitor classes. And we got the stealth, which is there are some serious competitors in stealth. Don't get me wrong. But most of the time, this is just 212s at a car show. People's got an Impala, they got 212s in there, and they want to play. So it's like we have the different classes for those setups that I just told you about. But the boss class, like you can do 315s, but 312s, but just not many people do it. So basically, what we're saying is the boss class is pretty much just a 212s class. And should we make it to where 215s fit in there? Don't know. That's what I'm toying with. What do you guys think? I'm thinking more about leaving it how it is. Now,
I kind of like it like it is.
We had 100 and something entries into that class this year so far.
I kind of feel like there's a need for that class because when somebody gets bumped up, where do they go? Yeah. Without putting them in with serious competitors. I'm not saying they're not serious competitors, but if they don't have the systems to be bumped up to put into one like that. So
always rated power, Bobby.
Always rated power, yeah. I kind of think that it should kind of stay like that, just for the slim chance that we got somebody that's got 212s, but he's got a 20K there.
Yeah.
He can still be a newbie, and he can still be just in his daily driver, and he's just at a car show and wants to come throw it in and see what it does.
And the reality is,
without having to throw them in with serious competitors.
Right. These new guys, though, they're new people. Even if they've got that 20K, they don't have the battery power behind it. So
exactly.
So
1-2 runs at the end. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe we should change all these ratings and just throw away the whole amps thing and just look at the batteries.
See, look right there. I'm getting smoked in Assassins with 215s and an 8K in a Tahoe.
Yeah, too.
But I don't know. I've seen a lot of amazing things. I've seen a lot of amazing things done, Marcus, with just 215s. So I would say maybe try a different box. Try some different locations. Maybe do a little bit of research. Maybe
he is also in our very most popular class.
Yeah, well, absolutely, 100%.
That's the most popular class we have. That and Ninja.
Well,
Ninja are just they're fun classes. They hold all the hatchbacks. They hold a lot of C-pillar boxes. They hold vehicles that have their the second row seat or third row seat just simply pulled out. So it's it's a fun class area. to be in with them. And unfortunately, yeah, Marcus, Jimmy and I have seen your box a lot, and it's just it's there. It's just not in the right. It's hard to be fun when you come up to the show and you've got your system going, and you're getting beat by the guys or gals that are more. I can't say dedicated or more seasoned or anything like that, but it's just simply it's a better use of space. It's a better use of power. It's more efficient, perhaps.
I always say I hate, and I know it kind of irritates some people when I say this, but it's the person that puts in more work. I mean, and I'm not saying that you're lazy by any means, but you look at it. If you get a 145 and you just stop with that and you accept that, then you can't gripe that you got a 145. If you don't put the work in and upgrade your electrical, upgrade your boxes, keep going. Hell, when I had that Nitro, no bullshit, I think I rebuilt that wall probably 15 times. I had 7 different subs in there. I had 15 different amplifiers in there. I never gave up. I constantly put the work in. And don't get me wrong, I understand some people have limited budgets. But you don't necessarily always have to have $1 million to make things work either. So that's why I say by just putting the work in. And I'm not being ugly or being an ass by it, but I'm just saying putting the work in. Because some things as simple as moving your box, moving the location of your box, moving your amplifiers, moving anything, adding a 45 to your box. There's so many different things and different achievements. And hell, testing. I can move my visor this way. It gains me a half a dB. I can open my glove box. This gains this. I can do this. And that's what I mean by not giving up.
You have to just test. So
you think you're done testing more.
Yeah, exciting right here is this is Carlos, and I think he's probably going to come on with us. He's in the Buffalo, New York area, so we'll be kind of going up north where it's really warm. I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Carlos.
We'll
get that 4 or 5 block snow band area that comes through and gets us some lake effect snow going on there. 8 feet.
Hush your mouth.
4 more inches.
We don't want to see no snow. We all know that we see snow here sometimes in October. So hush your mouth. We don't want no snow.
Oh yeah.
I'd give Matt Brown credit. Matt Brown hooked us up together. So I appreciate
nice.
Matt.
Matt, thank you.
Yeah, Matt's. Can't wait to hang out with Matt at Wake the Dead.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
You going to Wake the Dead this year, Billy?
No. I don't know when is it. I'm not going, but
it's the second week of October.
I was going to say second weekend or third weekend.
It's like the second or third. No, it's not see, because we're the first weekend. It's the second weekend, and then Midwest SPL is the third weekend. So yeah, it's the second weekend of October.
That weekend, Iasca. There's several orgs are having a finals right here in Birmingham, pretty close to me, and I'm going to go there. I always go to that one. Go there.
Absolutely. Yeah, just like I always go to Midwest SPL every year too.
Yep.
So I can't help but not go there.
Well, they do a lot of SQ finals there, and man, it's awesome to be able to get into those and check out all. They have pretty builds,
I want to go to Ruckus, Clay, but Ruckus is like a 16, 18-hour drive from me.
I think it moved now. It's an hour closer. You got it.
Okay, well, it's still a 15-hour drive. It's just, I'm sorry, for a one-day show, it's just not worth it.
It's 2 day.
Or, a 2-day show, sorry. And don't get me wrong, I know it's an amazing show, but it would just be so much to get there. It about kills me every year to go down to fucking Biloxi, Mississippi. But I still go down there every fucking year just because it is what it is. I didn't go last year, I know, and it's
a good one, Bobby.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do. Greg is doing Ruckus for us, but I'm sure we'll probably get our little mobile card out there. I think again.
Yeah, and it is one of those things like Jimmy's saying. It's hard to be the one, or well, in my case, I generally only competed in one class. It's hard to warrant a 5 or a 6 hour drive, let alone a 10+ hour drive each way, for me to sit in a lane for 30 seconds. Even if I know that nobody else is going to be there to compete, it's hard to be.
See, Wake the Dead is actually only a 6-hour drive for me. So it's a hell of a lot
easier to swallow, but still, even that is still kind of tough. I would, man, I don't know how easy it would be for me to get down to you, to be honest, Jimmy. I mean, I know I just drive a mile away down to the interstate, and I'm on 29 going south to hit you, but
right.
that's 6 hours each way for us.
Oh,
if
no,
you were to
trust
come
me.
up to me, or I was to come down to see you, that's a long drive. And again, for a 30-second burp, and I only generally take one shot at it.
See, I'm taking the Tahoe, and I'm going to Wake the Dead. I'm gonna drive up there.
There you go. Well, you got new tires, so you know.
Yeah, Pippin, you go to Wake the Dead with me this year? Damn it!
There you go.
There's the first year I bought the Tahoe, I drove it to Wake the Dead, and I locked the fucking keys in the car. And Pippin and Dan Kern are sitting up on the balcony laughing at me as I'm trying to get in my fucking Tahoe. The alarm's going off, and it was bad. We were in Arkansas in some little bitty town, but I called 2 different locksmiths. They couldn't get it out, but finally a cop came and got it undone. So
not going to happen, Mr. Robinson. And Shane, I apologize. I did see that commercial for you, or that question for you before.
Yeah.
I need Billy to talk about the sponsorships just for a split second here for you.
Yeah. So you know, the sponsors are tough, honestly, because you're not really a sponsor. You're just advertising with us. We'll try to advertise for you. So basically, for that package, I'm looking on the web. I'll make some graphics if you give me your logo and that kind of stuff. We'll talk about it. I'll put your stuff on this little banner around all of us for the, put your logo on there on all the live streams. Mention you pretty much every chance we get. I'll do a little video commercial if I have clips for you. Yeah, it's pretty much like owning Base Wars at that money per month kind of deal. That's what that is. But
when he says that, it's because Wake the Dead, it's like 2 a.m. before they hand out the awards. Well, he starts handing them out before then, but I swear to you, it's like 2 a.m. before it's all over and done with.
But that's the reason I have several sponsorship packages, because 250 is kind of high for a lot of people. So, but the biggest thing is, when we'll just talk and find out what you want, and see if I can do it, because we want to earn those dollars, not just take a sponsor dollar kind of thing. Hope that answers your question. If it don't, you can reach out to me.
Well, you need to help me out then. There's something great, because I need some sponsorship money. Damn it, I need a damn trailer. I am tired of putting that fucking tent up. I'm getting too old. I need a damn trailer. I tell you, I want a trailer like Pippin's got. Pippin's got an amazing trailer, and I want one. I'm tired of setting shit up.
Yeah, I like Pippin's trailer.
I want one. Definitely want one. I think he said he's got about 8,000 in that. So.
I wish we could do Demo Wars everywhere, but Demo Wars, in order for it to be a finals, you got to use the same judges, and I don't know any way to do that other than how we do it. But so this is what I was talking with some judges earlier. All the judges, I hope they would all just do like a finals for their area, a regional. You'll call it a regional, and that would be where you would get your local finals type thing for the Demo Wars. And the ones in our real finals, we know that's not everybody that's in it, but those are the ones that are willing to travel down to Greg. Greg kind of created this for us. so it's kind of his baby. I don't even know a whole lot about him, to be honest with you, but so that's why he does those finals every year.
So next year, Dan,
Yep, I'm hearing it. Not necessarily liking it, but
I think next year we should get together and we should do a regional Midwest finals.
I am liking that idea.
So,
Shane, I think we answered that one already. We're
Let me tell you something.
or something like that. You're in.
Let me tell you something that could be exciting for you guys.
what's that?
You're in Warlord.
Something that could be exciting. You know how we have it set up now, the way we'll be doing the finals with the little spreadsheet and stuff. So Jimmy, you and your guys could challenge the guys in South Africa and do it like we do finals. You guys could have some challenge competitions.
We could. I think we need to do something like that with the team wars.
Well, that's
Like,
what the sport is. Yeah.
So we could do it for all different regions and do it like a finals.
We definitely could. Now it would be a little bit slow. We could definitely video like from Tennessee and here, but getting them to start at the exact same time.
Yeah, I mean that would be a little different.
It'd be
But
hard, but yeah.
It'd be a little tough. Not that it's not doable. Just got to figure out how to do it. Yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that. That was a nice show, man. Yeah, he's got a pretty loud vehicle too. I went what I'm doing in this hotel is this past weekend Chuck Wilcox, he got sick, got COVID, I believe, and he was going to do the Fat Farm. Well, so I was talking with Greg, and I was getting ready to go cover the Fat Farm, right? Just to drive up there and do it. And so we got talking, and when Eric and Melissa was going to do the show at Manchester. So we was like, well, Eric and Melissa could go there, and that would cut 6 hours off my trip, So we made that switch. And then I thought, okay, well, this is around Nashville, that made me think Michael Ronnie, right? Because he lives kind of close to Nashville. So I called Michael and says, hey, you want a show? He's like, yeah. So I went to help him since I already had the trip gone. So that's kind of how I got mixed up in all this.
PM me, Wyatt. There's a show going on this weekend. Dan has a show next weekend. So there's still plenty of shows for you to get what you need to get for.
Yep.
I think that person in question, I believe needs 2 more shows. So you could technically get that at the Scrapper Joe show on Saturday and double points.
I can help you out with that, Wyatt. If you will be at Scrapper Show at the end of the month, I can get you one of the 2 shows down there as a double, and we can get you the 7 shows that you need. Provided they're on the same tab.
This right here, this is Top Hat. He's in Greg's area. He does Demo Wars. He won last year. I think he won finals last year in his class, which is the small class welfare, I think.
Scrapper Steve. Yep, Scrapper Steve. Scuba Steve.
No, Scuba Steve's different. No.
Yeah, I know, but still.
What is the cutoff for points on
That was the one I told him to message me about. He can go to the Dan's show.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
So yeah.
Look, we don't have a cutoff time. Just to give you an example, the guys in Africa is running a show early morning before final starts for them.
So they can get the points they need. Hell yeah.
Right.
That's funny as hell. I didn't even think about something like that.
Right.
Jimmy, 6 a.m. is too early for me. I'm not doing that.
Well, they live a different life down there, man. They
okay, you said 6 a.m. too early. Then just don't go to bed and we'll make it 3 a.m.
Right. Yeah, they will be going at 2, 3 a.m. That's the way they do it.
You and me would have some words, Jimmy. No, sir, and no.
No, what would happen is Jimmy would wind up being probably 3 shades to the wind.
Oh God.
Have a good time.
Yeah, I do, and I vaguely remember that. I know the story has gotten bigger and bolder over the years, but yeah. I think someone did tell me to send it as well on that particular weekend, Marcus, back in 2017 or 18, whenever it happened. I think it was 18.
It was 18. Yeah.
I got to think about it. Yeah, it was 18. Yeah.
It was
The
18.
17, Phil and I went down there together, and then
Yep.
Then we did everything separate with both vehicles, and yeah. But it was good. Except for the punching in the windshield and driving home at 2 a.m. A little bit more road glare when you have a spider in the center of your windshield for 600 miles.
Right. Where's my? I got a buddy messaging me. I'm watching the live show. I missed it, but where's your location at for this weekend? I am going to be in Iowa this weekend.
I was gonna say you're over in like somewhere, aren't you, this weekend, Jimmy?
It's with Dave Marks, and I can't remember. I just know it's at Iowa, and it's called like Basin at the
You're based at the beach.
Yeah, that's it. Basin at the
Okay.
beach.
Yep. I am looking it up right now here for you because, man, oh, it is in Ottumwa. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it's in the home of Radar O'Reilly from MASH, Walter, to his mother.
Walter.
But M&M Auto Security, that's Dave Marks Jr. Got a nice little shop out there in Ottumwa, and that's where Jimmy's going to be this weekend.
Yep. I'm actually going to tow my camper down there and stay for the weekend.
And if you're closer to me in Sioux Falls, I'll be both Friday night at my last shop show of the year. And also, I will be the next day, I will be in Yankton, South Dakota, doing my Mustangs and More show. So we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we got like 6 shows this weekend, actually. And like,
And then down to the
5 or 6 next weekend. So we got some
Phil.
good stuff.
I understand, Phil. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. There's definitely quite a few shows still around. I think I have 2 more shows before finals. Myself personally, Dan's got like 3 or 4 shows. So I mean, there's still shows. Yeah. I mean, if people really need points, there's still locations and there's still spots to drive. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Technically,
I don't know.
I've got 4.
And Wyatt, I don't know if Iowa's close enough for you, you could possibly come see me in Iowa this weekend. I'll be in Iowa.
Also, next year we're dropping to 5 like we were, but there'll be no 2X's next year. We're doing away with that.
No 2X's.
No, but we're dropping to 5 shows.
Yankton. I know. Every time I hear that, Yankton, it cracks me up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little
Little kid comes out of here. Great Lakes State Finals for me this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You can go see Bell up there at that.
Absolutely. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a great weekend, you know. Hopefully by then, Billy might be home.
This weekend still. And I'm just kind of looking at all of them here right now. That is a great little location for that, for the Speedway up there in Crystal for the Great Lakes region up there, or Great Lakes State Finals rather.
Right.
That is like ideally square right in the center of Michigan, which is a fantastic state.
Let Billy brought me dinner. What the hell?
Right. Yeah, I was in Pigeon Forge until this morning. Went over. Greg performed surgery on my van, and then I left today.
That thing still needs a little help, huh?
Nope, it's fixed. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no dollars you could spend on it. The van has been remodeled from top to bottom. It's got new tires. It's got new brakes, new shocks, new struts. It's got new body control module, new computer. You just name it, it's new on it. It could use a windshield, but you know,
Every vehicle could use a windshield.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's rough.
That was like my buddy. I grew up with a guy. His name was Mike Maxipad.
Wow.
We used to mess with that guy so much, and I remember back in my days, you used to be able to go up to a bowling alley and be like, "Hey, can you please page?" And they would be yelling his name out over the loudspeaker, and he'd just be so embarrassed, you know. And we used to do some really good things. God,
I had a customer with a similar no, not that last name, but his last name was Outhoos, Hooss. And yeah, it was close enough to outhouse, and we called him every name every name out there, man.
That's rough. That's a rough name to have.
It was bad, but he had a good sense of humor about all of it. So, which you really kind of need to have anyway. You can't make fun of yourself. Doesn't pay to make fun of others.
for sure. You can't laugh at yourself if you can't laugh at anybody.
Exactly.
At least that's the way I say it, anyways.
Yep. Hairy lips. Wow, that's a good one, Wes.
Wow,
That's rough.
That's a good one.
hairy lips. Wow, his parents really hated him.
Good thing social media wasn't around back then, because he would have been. They probably wouldn't have let that name be on social media.
Probably not. Nope.
His wife competed, and I called her Miss Sarah Wiener.
I know a guy who's got the last name of Wiener, and I won't say his brother's name, but it's Richard. And wow,
Dick.
Oh,
Dick.
I called him Double, and he understood exactly what I was saying.
Dang. So what do you guys think about the name for that class we talked about? I put it in the rule book for next year, and I put it on the score sheet already as Bare Bones. Somebody, I think Marcus, maybe had picked that.
I was going to say, I think Marcus came up with that one last
I think it was
week.
Marcus came up with that.
Yeah, I like Bare Bones. I like that one.
Yeah, I put it on there as Bare Bones. So, but I'm still open to suggestion of a new name for it. But
I still think Bare Bones.
yeah, I like
Bare
it.
Bones is good.
Yeah. Yep. I guess I should put out the new guidebook, huh?
Yeah, make sure I'm from South Dakota, not from Iowa.
It's so close, though.
Yeah, but really it's not. And I don't want to be from Iowa. Sorry, Eric.
I tell you what, I drove up there and it was a blur which was which.
Oh, that's because you hadn't gotten into South Dakota at all yet.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
There is a
I could have
difference.
been also because there was, 1,000, 1,500 miles I had run prior to getting there. All the states
Oh,
were
that is
blurred.
true.
Yeah.
You'll see the difference next year when you come up here for Wheel Jam.
Yeah, I look forward to that. I tell you what, I don't know if y'all saw the videos, but that Nopi show that Greg did, they had a burnout pit, where they just burned the tires off until there were no tires left. That looked
Right.
funny. I think they
I
did.
was watching some of that.
Yeah, they had some actors from Fast and the Furious there. All the Fast and Furious cars were there.
Oh, that's bad.
I was very happy with what I was seeing with the Base Force live feed from Saturday afternoon with that stuff. I watched it and for probably 20, 25 minutes or so, and came back later on that night and watched a little more. I still haven't watched the whole thing. But
That reminds me of a crazy show that I had with Paul Nacer. Paul Nacer, one of his buddies let us have a show at an old farmhouse that he had there, and he was getting ready to tear the farmhouse down. Well, he told everybody he was, burnout friendly, do whatever you wanted to, whatever. And he bet he put a $500 up and said anybody that could drive through my house will win this $500. And I'm telling you, many of transmissions and tires and things were blown for people trying to drive through that house. But it was fun as hell. It was just a crazy idea, and I tell you, that's probably one of the best shows that I've had in a long time because it was
that was a fun show.
Crazy, yeah.
That was the first weekend in June about 5 years ago, wasn't it, Jimmy? And we had there was a fire at the outhouse.
Yep.
There was people driving through the house. The
Truck
outhouse
fire,
was actually ripped apart because someone was burning their tires off next to it. Dan Horner was there with the little truck and had an issue with an amp that we tried to fix. And yeah, it took us a while to get out the amp number 7 because of the way that they were mounted and then forward and back of each other. I think it took us about half an hour, 40 minutes just to get to the amp while it was still burning.
He put up a 71 that weekend with that Forino.
Yep. He had that, there was that kid there who just kind of looked at everybody and he was 19 and cocky and just all there. And hey man,
we
watched there. I can do this.
We watched his collarbone was physically moving on his shoulder, and this is like he said he was a little bitty beanpole guy, and he jumped in there with no shirt on and just slid right over to that, and he sealed it up, and Dan Horner gave him a little bit because he didn't want to hurt him. That kid's like, give me more, and before we knew it, Dan was full tilt in that Forino. And that Forino was doing a 71, and that kid just sit there and ate it. But I'm telling you, we watched his collarbone was moving, and I was like, damn.
That bone was shaking all over. It was like over here at one point, and it would move up and down and out and different angles.
It was crazy. I'm telling you, that's whoever that little kid was. He was something else. What's up, Tajan?
Yes, it was, Eric. Oh, Tajan. I'm sorry, Eric. I got to throw Tajan on there, man. Glad you are helping us a little bit. I assume he's helping us here, Jimmy, with Sioux City for our finals and stuff.
Well, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be at the Yankee Nickel. But yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Absolutely
appreciate that very much.
Love Tajan. He's a great guy.
Place to have a show.
He really is.
Oh, yeah.
He really honestly is. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry for yawning so much.
When you get a place that is as big and is as inviting with our style of entertainment, because you can't call it anything else, it's entertainment for us all. When you get 70, 80 bass heads together at the regular middle of the summer show, or just, 20 or 30 or 40 of us at a end of the year finals / new show for the new competitive year, we're going to take it. And Tajan, I don't think he gets enough credit for the work he puts down on it at the back end of things.
The work doing the show is a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll tell you, I hope, and I don't mean to jinx this, but there's definitely a lot of talk that they're building that water park and that whole water retreat right there on the end of it. I hope we don't get a bunch of Karens up there, and I hope it doesn't mess up our little location that we have, because that's such a wonderful location.
You can send all the Karens to me, because I will put those little rugrats in their place. And
what I'm talking
about. Be polite about it, but they're not going to ruin our fun. I will not allow that.
We loved having you there too, Pippin. It was amazing. Yeah, Riley, his stepdaughter was there, and she was walking around just getting demos from everybody, and she was having such a great time. Her hair was just moving and having a good old time. It was fun.
Nice.
It was fun.
So, Greg, put this in the comments. I forget exactly what it is. Greg's going to do something different. I think it's a 2 out of 3 at finals is what he's going to do for Demo Wars. So you won't it ain't just a one pull up done and pull out. It's like you'll play 3 songs, I believe is what he said.
See this? It's gonna be my new microphone stand.
Oh wow.
That actually, you should throw that in there for hot seat.
Yeah, that's cool.
If it's 5 or 10 pounds, that ain't gonna move through hot seat unless you're Nazareth.
It's thick. It's thick, as you see.
Yeah,
it's solid too.
Yeah. Yeah. So Demo Wars finals will be best 2 out of 3. So when 2 cars pull up to one another, best 2 out of 3 instead of best man wins. I think that's right. Correct, Greg?
Makes sense to me.
I agree with you.
I would like to always see something like that where it's on a finals, things like that, where it's a best 2 out of 3, because if I don't hit the music just right, it's not there all of a sudden. So a 2 out of 3 makes a lot of sense for that.
3 songs, best 2 out of 3, and we'll win. Okay.
So that means that at the very end, that round, the last round, that they will play 3 songs, best 2 out of 3. That's cool. Yeah. If you choose the wrong song,
and there's something else, that we need to kind of let that. Everybody is so used to being able to rerun thousands of times for finals, which we're okay with letting you rerun. It is what it is. But you also need to remember that if you go up there and you sandbag and you don't get a chance to come back through that lanes because you sandbag, and somebody over in Florida or Louisiana or Texas puts up better scores than you, you have no one to be upset with but yourself. The best thing I can tell you is when you get in them lanes, you better put up the best number you have the very first time you have right then and there. Your power's going to be fresh. Everything's going to be fresh and ready to rock and roll. So I've seen it a couple of years now where people have not put up their best numbers and they've lost because they wasn't able to get back into the lanes and run again in time before
and
then get mad about it. Yeah,
that's why you're there. But listen, do you know how many hours Africa is ahead or behind? About like
7 hours ahead, I believe.
Yeah,
they're ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe they're ahead of us. So when we're running, they'll be done.
So like right now, they're about waking
3 a.m. there.
So
right now it's 3 a.m. Tuesday.
At night. So it'll be somewhat close. But while they're still going at 1 a.m., we'll be way done. At 1 a.m. their time, So they will be running probably longer than we will. So you better put that score up, because don't get mad when somebody beats you and you didn't do your best. You just got to leave it all there,
Always.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you guys coming. And for all of them that don't know, Pippin Laszlo is actually a Midwest SPL judge. Love him to death. He's like family and one of my good friends. But I'm telling you right now, we show love to every organization out there. We're not that organization that hates everybody else or anything like that. Hell, half of us still run in other lanes in other organizations. So don't ever think that you're going to upset us or offend us if you go run in someone else's lanes. In fact, we encourage it.
Pippin, I think in the last 10 years that I've been competing with either Midwest or through Base Wars, I think you're the only judge who I've never actually been at a show where you were actually judging it for me. I've been to everybody else's judgeship except for yours, I think. And that's kind of sad. I might have to make a trip down to St. Louis sometime this winter or summer or something.
What's a sandbag? Well, shit, he goes all up. He goes all the way to. He does. I want to say he does shows in Chicago as well. I mean, he goes all over.
Mm-hmm.
Pippin's everywhere.
What's a sandbag? Well, that's true. What's a sandbag? All knobs to the right. Yeah, except for maybe the gain control and
the metric system.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the rule book.
1.83.
Yeah, it's 1.83. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know that off the top of my head, but I did look that up not long ago.
Got it right. 1.8288 or 1.83.
That's true. I was 90% of the time I was with Larson, but even when I wasn't, I still saw. I saw the other 4 main judges that I know, or 5, 4, 6, 10, whatever. I saw them all except for you.
I mean, I run with a lot of the judges. Like hell, last weekend, me and my wife hung out with Tim Jones, which is another Midwest judge. We hung out with them and went to the casino last week. So, I mean, I enjoy a lot of people and hang out with everybody. I don't care who you are or what you are. I don't judge. Just so yeah, right. I know, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Or in some of the classes, just so we know that, yeah, we don't have anyone in the top 10. So, you know, there's some vehicles out there out of South Africa, guys and gals. Yeah, you're not going to beat them.
Most of those South Africa bills, I think most of them are bumped up in the power class already.
I was gonna ask you about that because somebody asked me about that. What are we doing with? Because I know the South Africa people, their power is different than our power.
Yeah, it's
So
really
what are
unfair to them, but they're doing well with it. So
Power's power.
So like if they
Well, they run a lot of 18-volt systems and things like that.
No, they're not. They're not. No, that's what I had made that high voltage for.
Yes, sir.
Not one entry. So that's why we're getting rid of it. But no, but like every build they have is bumped up a power class, almost, I believe. Okay, but based on our amplifiers say 100,000 watts on them, you know, whereas ours say 7,000 watts.
Absolutely, yeah, most definitely.
That's just a lot of amperage.
Well, I mean, you say that, but I mean, hell, I mean, look at my Tahoe. Hell, just in the four subwoofers I have, I've got 80. You know, and that's not counting my 4-channel amplifiers, and I got 5 4-channel amplifiers in there. So I'm up towards 100,000 watts as well.
Yeah, but those 100,000 watts of theirs is putting out 6,000. It's not, you know, it's false advertising is what it is.
Do you think it's the difference because of the way it's different, or do you just think that's just the way they
sales?
So
down there, they just want to see that big number on the case. And so people buy it. Oh, I got this 100,000. No, now the next guy comes out. Oh, this one's 120,000. It's not 5,000, you know, watts on it. And so the problem, like when they were first coming on, we was going to change the classes up for them down there. But in order for them to mix with us up here, they got to be the same. So basically, I think most of those guys are doing running a class above what they should be.
I've never clamped mine, to be honest with you. So I'd like to do it one day.
Greg, I got to know, is that for Addison or Avalon?
Right? I know.
Yeah.
His daughters have more.
Almost girls are just phenomenal in the power range for that stuff. They got to be just having fun with the power wheels out there in their classes.
They got to be getting close to the teenager age where they're going to be kicked out of power wheels now. Damn it!
Yeah,
we need to let some other kids win.
Yeah, and that brings up something for me here, Billy. I got our laws up here in South Dakota. You know, we're pretty lenient. We let 14-year-olds drive on the road.
Yeah.
When are we getting? When are we moving Greg's daughters out of there? Because they got, like Jimmy said, that they got to be getting to 14 pretty soon here. Come on.
Yeah.
Damn.
There you go. Yep.
Damn. That's what I'm talking about.
That ain't bad at a 160 plus. I'll take that every day of the week.
You shut up, Pippin.
Hey, come on, Jimmy ain't that short. I mean, he's not like Adam Praying short.
Yeah, no, I'm 5'7".
My Adam Praying impression. That's
not right.
That's not right for Adam. I love you, Adam. If you're out there watching, or you watch it later on in the future, man.
They're 7 through 11. Okay, they're getting there though. No, I'm just joking.
All right, so in 3 more years, we can toss one of them into the upper range of, like, you know, Kingpin.
Well, when they get a permit, then they have to start running your vehicle.
Yeah.
And you have to step back and let them do it.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
There you
I
go,
guess
Pippin.
that's true. Riley did run Pippin's car. Pippin put Riley over on his lap, and he had her do the base stop and run the car. So that was actually pretty funny. We let her win and put the award in her name, and she was so happy. She
There
was
you
really
go.
so happy. I
But
love
like I
seeing
said
that.
before, man, it's always nice to see your 5 or 6 or 7 people always sitting right at the judges sheet and scoring with me, asking questions and stuff. But when you get your kids up there in the Power Wheels class, there's all of a sudden 20 more people that just congregate right at the booth or the tent that we're at or whatever. And it's just amazing to see the smiles on their faces when they're all done because
Someone's ears must have been ringing there. Hey, they're right, Brett. Hi, Brett. Someone's ears must have been ringing there.
Yeah.
There
I
you
goes
go.
her Power Wheels. Oh yeah, you need to start bringing that out. You know we have a Power Wheels class.
We got 2.
So, Brett, the big question: are you going to reveal what you're doing with your build? We all know there were some unfortunate accidents and some things that happened, but what are you doing? Inquiring minds want to know.
I need a screenshot of that just because it says I was not wrong for once, maybe twice in my life. Probably once, according to my ex-wife, but
That was a lie, too.
I would lie too. Number 1, I don't lie. Number 2, number 1 is wrong.
But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I mean, unless Brett's going to actually fess up and talk to us here.
We're gonna sabotage Brett. We're gonna go out to all the Home Depots and Lowe's and whatever in the area. We're gonna steal all the 2x4s, all the MDF.
He'll just go to Stephen Duncan's. Stephen Duncan's already got all this shit built or bought in the backyard waiting. Hello, if you forgot who one of his good friends is.
Duncan would do that. Duncan would make a mold of it just so he could rebuild it in 5 minutes, and it would probably be better because I'm pretty sure Duncan's install techniques have gotten better over the years. So
how rude, Pippin. How rude. See, we all
to say that you were competitive. Well, yeah, there's some competitiveness there with Brett, I'm guessing. I mean, I've seen his name on.
I think half of everybody forgets who the hell Brett is and what he used to do back in the day. I mean,
see, I only know Brett by name and numbers that I see.
Billy told me about a lot of the things that he did back in his day. So I heard that from Billy. You know, I'm too young to understand what he did. No, I heard that from Billy.
You know, I'm 27, so I don't know much about that. You know, so I don't know. I don't know anything about.
That works too. If you're only 27, then you don't know the name. He's one of the OGs out there at 30. You know.
Let's just say, Brett has been around the park a little while. He knows definitely what's up.
I tell you what he knows. He knows get out there and test.
He knows how to build one hell of a C-pillar fucking wall. I'll tell you that.
He knows how to get out there and work for
it. Boy, you ain't lying, Dad. You ain't lying. He likes to build transmissions. He's got one of the best transmission shops in Louisiana down there. I'll tell you that. Y'all need something fixed down there in Louisiana, make sure you hit up Brett. He'll get you taken care of.
Yeah. I think he taught Steve Duncan all he knows. You know, they're cousins.
I wouldn't doubt it, though. The bad part about it. He's probably the one that got half of them guys into all this shit. Drew and all of them. I mean,
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Funny, I'm actually wearing Steven's shirt.
I went by to get one, his and Matt's. Matt didn't have any. Steven didn't have the color I wanted. I was supposed to go by the shop and pick one up, and I hadn't done it yet.
Yeah, I need to get a new shirt from Matt.
I wanted one of those blue ones.
Mine's purple. I like the purple.
Yeah, your camera makes it look monotone almost. It don't look purple.
Yeah, no, it's
purple
kind of
looking.
Yeah,
It's close though.
Well, yeah, Brett's in Mississippi. You're right. But still. Close enough, damn it.
See pillars
yeah. They
for
call
the
Mississippi
wind.
the landmass between Alabama and Louisiana. They did that on the news once, really. This landmass here.
There's this space in the time-space continuum that's called Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. I'm going to leave it with you two. I'm going to get some food before the restaurants close.
Yes, sir. Have yourself a great night. And I
For
will
everybody that's been asking me about data and stuff, I'll be home tomorrow night and
There you go.
be able to get on all that for you guys. So anyway, y'all have fun here. I'm out going to get some food, and we'll see y'all. I will see you guys next week, but I think these two going to hang with you for a little while. So y'all have a good time.
I got 10, 12 minutes left. You can do that.
And be careful about the F-bombs. Don't do that a lot so we don't get in trouble. I don't want to wake up in the morning and be flagged off Facebook.
No, they're still fighting us about the music, though, for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though I know you have made up most of these songs and all that, we're still getting flagged about some of the music.
You're right. So
I want to get some chat GTP on there and just make something brand new and
well, all the stuff that Billy has, he actually did.
I paid for the license for all the music I use. They still ding me, and it's not. They never hold to it, but it takes me a long time. Like I uploaded 100 videos to YouTube last week, and every single one of them I had to go and appeal for the music.
Yeah,
that takes time, and it's frustrating.
It does. Yeah, we mentioned that, Dave, about your show next weekend. So
yeah,
definitely.
All right. Well, y'all have a good time. I'm going for food. See you.
All right. See you. Matt, hopefully you bring me a couple big boy size shirts to Wake the Dead when you get up there, sir. Because
big boy size? Come on, Jimmy. You ain't hardly big boy size.
I don't know. I am now.
Look at you. Well, okay. All right. The winter weight is coming on early then.
Well, that winter weight, it's already. It didn't go away from last year.
Oh, well. Mine did, but problem is after my stroke, I lost a little bit of weight and I slowly gained it back, but I haven't gotten back up to like 180 at all, which is nice. I'm almost 200 with my fat ass. Shit, I'm still under 180 right now, which I actually like. It feels better. It's easier to move. I still have got little issues with my legs.
I'm only 5'7" though.
Yeah, I'm only 5'8". Shit doesn't take long. But no, it's kind of nice, man.
Most definitely.
Talking that. Oh yeah. Got to talk about Superfest when it comes up every year. That's always a good thing.
Definitely. You know, Billy went to Superfest this year.
Yep. Dave, I hope you're having a great time out there as well. Yeah, I wanted to get down to Superfest this year, and I don't remember what show I had, but it was all of a sudden, it was like 2 weeks beforehand, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting down to Superfest. I'm going. All of a sudden, someone asked me if I could do a show, and I'm like, damn, man, do I want to? Yeah, I can go do that show.
I am almost 4 years clean, or something like that. 3-4 years clean, something. But yes, sir. Not had a cigarette, and not going back.
Makes up for it.
Not had a cigarette, and not going back. Absolutely.
Eric,
First round at finals, Lanes, and who the hell doing the regular show at the Nickel? Dan's doing the regular show at the Nickel.
I'll be doing the regular the first day and the second.
Well,
We're
we'll
gonna
do
2 shows.
we'll do the second show together, but whatever.
Yeah. We're gonna do it a little weird, Eric. At our location, Jimmy and Sonia will run finals. I will be helping them with finals till, let's say, like 2, maybe 2:30, maybe 3. Make sure that everyone gets their main runs done, because I want everyone to get it done. Then they can come around for reruns and stuff after they've seen everyone else's scores.
Mhm.
And while they're doing that, I'm checking, making sure everyone's running in the right class and this and that, and scores are accurate enough. So let's just say it like that. And then at about 2:00 or maybe 2:30, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get me some food. I'm going to get Jimmy and Sonia some food and some drink from the Nickel. And then shortly after that, I'm going to start the new show. So that will hopefully avoid blowing up anything in my lanes if you haven't already ran your finals run, because there would be nothing worse than wanting to be in another round first and blow up something and not be able to make a finals run. That
You know, in the bad part,
and it does happen.
you should come up. Well, I know that'd be hard for you. We miss you, Pippin. We miss you. Oh, look at that. We got the loud man himself,
Wheat.
Mr. Randy Wheat Jr. Wow.
Mr. Wheat.
I
And
just
his
see
shoes.
I just seen a video of a guy posted you playing your van in his backyard or somewhere close to him, and he came up and said or heard you from a couple blocks away. If y'all don't know, Randy Weed has still got one of the loudest vans demo-wise that I've heard in a long time. Now, it might not be the most loudest SPL, but between his mids and highs and everything else he's got in here, that thing is ridiculous. It's
Yep.
ridiculous. And I just love seeing Randy come out to hang out at shows and stuff. But
I remember hearing that thing in like 17 or 18, and I don't remember what was louder, because Randy, at that time you were posting all kinds of pics about your shoes and everything, and you had these they were
His you gotta
flashy
forget his
shoes,
hat
man. I
and
mean,
his matching shoes and his
oh, God.
yeah.
they looked fantastic.
Yep.
I probably couldn't pull them off. I wouldn't be able to. I'm too much of a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy.
Yeah.
But your shoes, man, they were louder than anything.
Randy is a
They were
great guy.
always fantastic. That's all I'm going to say. Is they were fantastic.
Randy's always good for helping out with the donations and help stirring up and get people to reach in their pockets for a couple extra bucks. So
Oh, yeah.
he's always a great person to have around
Oh.
too as well.
Oh
Randy's
my
a
God,
great
another name from the past for me right there. JD, how are you doing, sir?
guy. Oh wow,
Hope
yeah.
you're doing well.
What's up, JD? Absolutely. Randy's had a stunt walls before.
Yeah, Randy.
You're right, 100%.
Yeah, he did. He had a
What?
stunt wall before they were stunt walls, man. They were like, Randy has been doing this for, God, years, and literally did have great hat, great shoes, awesome sound. There you go.
What he did, he always does. He still to this day. Hell, he even went. Have you seen his truck that he bought?
I have not. I haven't seen a feed from Randy on Facebook in a long time, actually.
He bought a Carhartt truck, and it literally has Carhartt all over the side of it. It's got it stitched in Boss leathering in the seats and shit. You know, Randy goes out when he buys something, he buys something nice.
Right.
And I know it got wrecked.
Randy Weed Jr.
I know that it got wrecked at one point in time. But I think he got it fixed and got it back.
Well, he's got his typical Mr. Wheat smile on his profile pic. Had to make sure I was on the right one.
What I would like to see is Randy get that old his old little mini truck out. I know he's still got that damn thing sitting in storage somewhere hidden. I'll bet money on it. He's still got that thing hidden. When's the next Wichita show? Oh man, it's probably not going to be until next year, unfortunately, sir. Sorry. Do you still have your mini truck, Randy? Man, I miss that mini truck. That thing was amazing. Yes, he does. He still has it. I figured he did. That thing was pretty badass.
Excellent.
MTX. Yep.
Oh,
Yep. I remember him and Chad Stooley. Chad had the Orion one. And Chad still
Yep.
got his Orion one. It ain't going nowhere.
Orion one, which I'm sure Chad still has that. He's got.
Oh, he does.
hell,
He does.
probably still has a couple of Hugos.
Trust me, we've all, because I'm part of Team Directronics, we've all tried for years to get that damn Orion truck out of him. He ain't coming off that truck.
Oh, that ain't coming.
That truck is not going nowhere. But yeah. But no, I definitely I definitely appreciate the hell out of everybody for stopping in and chit-chatting with us and
Always.
just kind of hanging out, you know. Ready comes out to order. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Randy, he was the guy that kind of just, I don't know, he used to come over and sit and talk to me, and we used to have such great conversations, and I think it was because of Randy that I earned the Send It nickname. It's because after watching Randy at so many shows just turn that bitch up and have a great time, I couldn't help but do the same thing, and that's why,
Right.
I get that little competitive thing, and I just rip that shit up and let's go. Oh, well, and blow it, whoopie-doo, we'll buy another one. Let's just keep going. But, yeah.
So when you're like, next. And nope, next click. Is that what you meant by next? Next click? Okay, let me turn it up a little more. And you keep going with it because that's.
Well, it's like,
that's
the Tahoe build is such a well-rounded build. I mean, I can play from 14 and above, and I can do that with both doors wide open. And when I say I can play from 14 and above, I'm not talking about just putting it at 14 and you barely see the subs moving. When I play it at 14, you can feel it. It's shit's clapping and vibrating. And it comes alive. It's pretty amazing to watch go from both aspects. Play the lows and play the highs up. So, but it's just, I don't know. It's still fun. It's still fun, and it always has been. So. I think if it ever stops
fun, then we're doing, like you keep saying, Jimmy, we bring fun to the lanes, and if we're not having fun as judges, I definitely can't make my competitors have fun. If they're not having fun, I'm doing something wrong. So,
absolutely. Well, it was like this weekend. Watching my wife, there was a couple new competitors that were first-time competitors in the lane, and just watching her give them the advice and tell them to do this or tell them to do this or this or this, and then watch her physically, Jimmy, come take this. And next thing I know, she goes out and she's helping them place the mic, and she's moving visors and she's telling them what to do. And it's amazing. It's still amazing to watch, that aspect of it, just to watch it all. We definitely miss you, JD, for sure.
That way. And it's even better when you know that there's something a little bit different, and it's not necessarily posture in the vehicle, but if you get into like my little blue car, my little Smurf car, I'm grabbing that steering wheel and hugging that steering wheel, and I got a bass knob in one hand. If I can do that in another vehicle and get them a little bit more of a score, especially if they're the only one in the class, or they're so far above or they're so far below that it's fun.
Well, that's like with Tahoe.
Do it. How many
people pull up into the lanes with the Tahoe, and I tell them to put that meter up behind their steering column, and they look at me like I'm funny. I'm like, yeah, put the meter up behind the steering column, and you sit in the passenger seat instead of the driver's. And they gain, and then when it's all said and done, they're like, wow. I'm like, yeah, there's still a couple little tricks out there, I haven't told you guys all my tricks yet, but there's still a couple more out there.
Well, you've seen me do the glove box thing where I've just opened up the glove box in the car, toss it in there, and shut it, and I'm doing a 150 plus that way. And I'm not doing anything special.
I think I gained a full dB by opening up the glove box in my Nitro.
Yep. I remember you talking about that at one show, that you would gain like 3.8 or something, or 4. And it was like,
Yeah.
Really? Are you kidding me? And yeah, sure enough,
Yep.
it happened. You guys and gals, that's why we were saying earlier, with what Brett does, you got to test, and you got to test everything. You got to test your visor right here at this angle, and your visor at this angle, and your visor flat, and you got to test it.
That reminds me, when it comes to that state, is Nate Scow. I don't know if you guys know who Nate Scow is, but he's a very active competitor in Midwest SPL. But I mean, he tests so much that he knows the barometric pressure outside. He knows the weather outside. He knows what his box is going to do with this. He knows, okay, well, it's 55 out there. The pressure's this. This is this. This is this. Okay, I put it to volume 26 based on to this, and knows exactly what to do every time.
Yep.
But I'm telling you,
that you test all the time.
Test, and when you think you're done, test some more.
And when you're done and you go back one page on Dan's big list of stuff that's now in an 8x10, you write down all that stuff, man. That's
You do.
the write down stuff. That's the important stuff. Doesn't matter necessarily where it was, but physically, if I'm doing it in a Walmart parking lot versus Target that's only 3 blocks away from each other here in Sioux Falls, probably not going to matter. But if I go from the east side to the west side to Walmart's, it's going to matter because there's about a 50 or 75-foot elevation difference in town.
He must need a show. He must needed a show for finals.
Yep. I need to know where I'm going to be at for finals. I need to know that I can beat JD.
Mm-hmm.
Or that I can beat Matt or try and beat Nate.
Absolutely. It's always fun though to me. And I mean, it's I always go back to this story. It was all the way down to like in 2019 when I was running Midwest SP or when I was running USAC. I got put in a class against Hank Veach. There was no way in hell I was going to beat Hank Veach. He was like 4 or 5 dB louder than me. And he was down like a sub and like 2 amplifiers or something like that. It was still like 4 dB louder than me. And I actually wasn't going to go to finals. Mm-hmm. And Hank messaged me and he was like, Jimmy, don't quit. He was like, you never know. He was like, I could get in the lanes and blow my build up. He was like, so much shit happens and so much stuff. He was like, don't give up just because you're not going to take me. And then he was like, well, look at it like this. Look at the 3rd round place. And I looked at it and he was like, you're 3 dB higher than the 3rd round place. He probably feels the same way you do about me. And I was like, well, yeah, and I didn't get that. But, it's just as much as everybody wants to be first, unfortunately, we have to have a 2nd place. We have to have a 3rd place and so on and so on. That's what keeps the competition lanes rolling is to have more than just one person there. If we all got 1st place all the time, it would get boring and you would quit and go find a different hobby or something. Eventually it would get boring. To me, it would get boring if I took 1st place and there was no one that could ever beat me out there. It would get to the point where it would just be, why even bother anymore? But luckily, there's so many different builds and so many different ideas and minds going out there. Somebody's always going to be louder. Always.
Yeah. And JD, I know exactly what you're talking about because it was you 3 that beat me in 2018 and 2019. I think it was Phil as well. And the one time that it happens that you can beat them, we probably didn't have a good day that day, or you didn't have a good day, and we somehow did something. But yeah,
we're not making any more rules. There's going to be no changes in our rule book for this year. I think there might be one. There might be one new class added, but there shouldn't be. As far as I'm aware right now, Billy, we've talked about it, and there's not going to be any changes in our rule book.
Yep.
But of course,
we're deleting high voltage for you, Paul. So it doesn't apply to you, but we didn't have anyone in it this year, so it gets us one more spot back into Turn Lab, and we're going to do a stock unlimited class.
Yeah, absolutely. We were just talking about you a little bit ago, Paul. You missed it. We were talking about the show we had with you and the farm. But
That was a great show.
anyways, all right. Well, I think we've reached our hour and a half limit here. Unless you got something else really interesting, I don't want to bore the people. We're trying to get where we're only going to do like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at max, but try to keep it down where we're not boring you guys because we want to try to get our numbers back up again. You know, it got to be where we used to have 50, 60, 70 people watching us every Monday night, and now we're kind of getting down into the 20s and the teens and things like that. So we need to get the numbers back up again, which, you know, we do appreciate you guys for taking time out and just watching us and chit-chatting with us. So, you know, we always got room for somebody to come in and say hi, talk to us. Hell, even if you just want to come in and just shoot the shit for a little bit, you're always welcome. And we definitely appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you guys. And, you know, I hope you all have a blessed night and a blessed week. And on that note, do you have anything else, Dan?
I got nothing else to say other than, you know, if there is a show in your area this weekend, I got a couple. I think Jimmy's got the one here this weekend. We got a Madison, Tennessee, and the Great Lakes State Finals. One more for Wheels and Warriors, and that is, I got to look at that address really quick. That one is I think that one is going to be Sue this weekend. Sue Kelly doing that down in Simpsonville, South Carolina. So we got some shows still happening before finals. If you need to know where they're at, just click on the events link on our website, basewars.org. Click on events. That should be everything for you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. Love you. Have a blessed week.
See you folks later.